I'm back now with our guests, Officer Lord and Officer Knight of the Prince George's County Police Department. Let's talk a little bit now about something that you all have mentioned several times previously, being arrested. What actually happens once a person is arrested? Where do you take them?
Well, if it's a juvenile, we have a juvenile processing facility, which is over at District 3 station. It's exclusively for juveniles. We will arrest them and we will take them over there and we will process them over there. At the processing center, while we're doing all the charges on the juvenile, we have to call the parent. And we'll call the parent and have the parent to come and pick up the juvenile. We'll release them to the parent.
Okay, now, what is the one thing that typically rubs an arresting officer the wrong way?
Well, basically, for me, disrespect, being disorderly, using profanity, swearing, cursing, just acting silly, calling bad names, using profanity, things of that nature would really rub most police officers.
Officer Lord, do you have anything to add as a young police officer? You mentioned you've been on the force about 5 years.
Well, as Corporal Knight did say, I definitely agree with him. The defiancy, because at the end of the day, we're not here to harass anyone. A lot of times we're called because the citizens they don't want to tolerate the nuisance that is caused in the public. So we're just here to just uphold and enforce the laws, and it's up to us to make that discretion as far as to what we're going to do, because we already know that what we're supposed to do. We can give the discretion of just giving a warning versus making a full custody arrest. But a lot of times, a lot of people think that they may know certain things or they may know the law a little bit better than the police officers, and they become very defiant and disrespectful. And it often leads to causing a person to be arrested. But our purpose is to make sure that we restore order in the community, where the community can feel safe and have that good relationship and trust with the police department. So hopefully, a lot of people can, try to be respectful and mindful of others, not just the police officer, but just the neighbors, the people that they come in contact when they come. So that way, it wouldn't seem as though that we're here just to, harass people or try to get them started as far as a paper trail in the court systems. We're not really here for that. We're just here just to make sure everything remains peaceful for the most part. So as long as they're compliant, we normally don't have too many problems.
Okay, great. Now, when would the person be allowed to speak with their family or an attorney once you've made that arrest?
They can speak with in the juvenile situation. They can speak with them immediately. As soon as they be notified and they can come there, they can speak with them immediately.
Okay. And as far as an adult?
But with an adult, again, that's a different situation. We typically arrest them and take them to a Department of Correction over at Upper Marlboro, and we process them there. And we just present the paperwork to the commissioner, and that's the end of it for us.
Okay. That's good to know, because I know with young people and maybe some adults, they look at a lot of these police shows and they need to be real clear that those shows may have no relationship to reality in terms of what will happen to them, and they can't necessarily talk their way out of something, or some surprise ending is going to happen to them once they've engaged in some behavior that is illegal or unacceptable in terms of the police's discretion to decide whether or not they want to give this warning or arrest. What kind of programs do you all have in the schools or community to help our youth avoid behaviors that might get them into trouble?
We currently have a Police Explorer program. I actually was part of that. I was one of the coordinators. The children must be at least between ages 14 and 20, must be enrolled in an academic institution if they're not in high school or middle school, maintaining at least a 2.0 GPA with a C average. be able to pass a background check, of course, because part of the program is kind of teaching them discipline. They do wear an Explorer uniform, so we are held accountable for the children while they are there, the young men and women. And they must be willing to volunteer their time and attendance for different functions if requested, and they normally meet once a week for the program. It's ran the entire year round. The parents can contact the district stations, and they can find out who the coordinator is, where they can either send them an email or they can leave a message at the station, and the coordinators can actually contact them back. Also, we have a police athletic league. It's a free co-ed athletic league for the Prince George's County youths. And the athletic leagues, we offer mentoring, tutoring, board games for different nights. The ages are from 11 to 18. And then there's a PAL that meets every Tuesdays at 1800 at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. to 2000 at District 3 headquarters at 7600 Barlow Road, Landover, Maryland. That program is also ran year-round, and the contact person for this program is Corporal Erica Irvin. She can be reached at 301-909-7126, or her email address is ejervin@co.pg.md.us. And she's very influential as far as trying her best to interact with the youths and making the program work to be successful. She's been doing it for quite a few years. And also, we also host a week-long summer camp programs in the month of July. There's 3 different sessions. One is on the central, northern, and southern parts of the county. And from time to time, I know over the past few years, they've did a few different summer camps that it's called Safe Summer, where Prince George's County team up with Maryland Park Police, and they provide the facilities, the access to the rec centers for the juveniles to use or utilize in the evenings.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that information where our youth can get involved with the police. Now, let's move on to this whole notion of if a parent or guardian suspects that their child is using drugs, what is your advice to them?
My advice to a parent or guardian that suspects their child of using drugs is to talk to them and stress to them that drugs are illegal and that you can be arrested for it, and there's total consequences about that. It can affect your future because you will get an arrest, and that's to be something that's permanently on your record, and that could affect your jobs in the future, even trying to get into college.
Officer Lloyd, did you have some additional information that you want to share?
For the most part, I think a lot of the parents them have to be comfortable with talking to their children. We're in a new era where the children, they have a lot more technology, a lot more resources available to them. And a lot of times, certain things that they may see, whether it's in the media or on the internet, that they may think that the school is actually not. So I think the parents definitely need to stay abreast to monitoring what they see, what they view, what they're getting into, and just be mindful that it's okay to talk to your children and let them know that whether it's drinking or using different types of drugs, will definitely lead to their arrest, will definitely tarnish their record, and it may handicap them in the future from excelling in life and being what they can be as far as meeting their maximum potential. And I think it's important that the parents definitely talk to the children to keep them on the right track.
We appreciate those suggestions there, that advice in terms of this communication issue that is so crucial, especially in today's times where our children are confronted with so many dangers and problems with respect to the drug markets and other types of illegal behavior. You have been listening to Real Talk with your host, Dr. Valencia Campbell. I would love to hear from you, the listeners, about this show or about some other burning issue that's on your mind. You can email me at pgcdpc@hotmail.com or campbell@advicefromtopwomen.com. That's the name of my book, Advice from the Top. Remember to visit the Prince George's County Drug Policy Coalition's website at www.pgcdpc.com. Next week, we will be discussing workplace opportunities for young people, including working on Capitol Hill. I want to give a special thanks to Officers Lord and Officer Knight with the Prince George's County Police Department for joining me on the show today. We greatly appreciate all the sacrifices that you both make to ensure that our communities are safe. To my listeners, thanks for tuning in, and see you next Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. on Real Talk.